of Alex Red Archangel. So, where we last left off is with an effort he opened his eyes and then closed them. So let's continue that sentence and read the next 5 pages. Again, as light from the naked bulb dangling over the head into them, he waited and then opened them for a second time. Slowly he straightened his legs and stretched his arms and for exactly what he thought every time it happened. You're still alive. You're a prisoner, but for some reason they haven't killed you yet. Alex, dragging himself into a sitting position and looked around him. He was in a room that was completely bare. No carpet, no curtains, no furniture, and no decoration, nothing. There was a wooden door, presumably locked, and the single window. He was surprised to see that it wasn't bad, but when he struggled over to it, he understood why. He was up 7 or 8 stories. Dawn was breaking it. It was hard to see through the dirty glass, but he guessed he'd been unconscious for a few hours, and that he wasn't still in London. It looked like he was being held in on an abandoned tower block. There was another block opposite, and looking up, Alex could see a huge runner strung between 2 wires, just running down from the top of one building to the other. The first words were outside his field of vision, but he couldn't make out the rest. Towers, soon to be exciting. Soon to be an exciting new development for East London. He went over to the door and tried it, just in case it didn't move. His left arm was aching badly, and he massaged it, wondering how much damage he had done to himself. This ended his last night in the hospital. This ended to be his last night in the hospital. How could he have allowed himself to get involved with a gang of murderers who had broken in? What for? Alex rested his shoulders against the wall and slid down to the floor, cradling his arm. He was barefoot and shivered. A single shell wasn't enough to protect him against the chill of the early morning. Seeing that he played back the events that had brought him here. 4 men come to St. Dominic's, but they hadn't been interested in him. They asked for the boy in the room next door, Paul Evans. Suddenly Alex remembered where he heard his name. He had seen in the newspapers, but not Paul. Oh, Nicoli. It was Nicoli Devins, some sort of Russian billionaire. Well, that made sense. Men must have wanted his son for the most obvious reason, money. But they accidentally kidnapped him instead. What would they do when they found out? Alex tried to put the fire in his mind. He'd seen how they dealt with Connor, the night receptionist, but somehow they didn't think he didn't think they'd apologize and offer him a free taxi fare home. But but there was nothing he could do. He was sat where he was, stumped against the wall, watching the sky turn from grey to red to a dull sour blue. He must have dozed off, because the next thing they knew, the door opened and Spectacles was standing over him, the expression of pure hatred on his face. Alex wasn't surprised. The last time they'd met, Alex slammed a 10-kilogram oxygen tank into his groin. I mean, if there was any surprise eyes, it was that just a few hours later, the man had found enough strength to sense. Spectacle was holding on. Alex looked into the man's eyes. They had a glint orange behind the tinted glass. The glass asked and gazed at him with an undisguised venom. "Get up," he snapped. You're to come with me. Whatever you say." Alex got slowly to his feet. "Fears in my imagination here, or is your voice a little higher than usual?" Neither. A hand with the gun twitched this way. A spectacle muttered. Alex followed him into a corridor that was dilapidated as the room they had been confined. The walls were damp and appealing of many ceiling tiles. They were missing revealing the great gaps filled with a triangle of flies and pipes. There was doors every 10-15 meters, some of them hanging off the hinges. Once they would have to open into, they would have opened into people's flats, but it was obvious, apart from the rats and cockroaches, no one had lived there for years. Come back. Jackie was waiting for them outside. He had recovered from his encounter with the medicine ball. There was an ugly bruise on the side of his head where it hit the wall, but one of them matched Alex. Alex and down the door in the end. Spectacle said. Alex pushed open the door and went and through. He found himself in a large open space with letters drawn across the floor. And graffiti everywhere. There were windows on two sides. Some of them covered by broken blinds. Alex guessed he was in one of the flats. Although the partition walls had been smashed through a single area, he could see an abandoned bath in one corner. In the middle there was a table and two chairs. A man was sitting there waiting for him. Spectacles prodded his gun into Alex's back, and Alex stepped forward and sat down with a shiver. He exclaimed. The man had been sitting opposite him. He was dressed in what might once have been in a uniform, but the jacket was torn and missing buttons. The man must have been around 30 years old, but it was impossible to be sure. His face and head had been tattooed all over. Alex saw the United States of America reaching down his cheek. Europe on the arm. Over his nose had skin lips were blue, the color of the Atlantic Ocean. Brazil, West Africa touched the corners of his mouth. If they if the man had turned around, and he knew he would see Russia and China, but they had never. He never ever seen anything quite so strange or revolting in his life. With difficulty, Alex tore his eyes away when looked down. Combat Jack and Spectacles was standing on either side of the door. His silver tooth was lurking in the corner. Alex hadn't noticed him in the shadows, but he stepped back into a light, and Alex saw his neck was swollen and two red marks burned onto his skin. There was no sign of steel. What happens? They'd been unable to peel him off the magneton. And the man who said to spoke, you have caused us a great deal of annoyance, he said. In truth, you should be dead. Alex was silent. He wasn't sure what to say. My name is Casper. The man continued shrugging and said nothing. The man continued to exclaim him. Why were you out of your room last night? I needed air. I needed some air. It would have been better if you had some. He opened the window, Casper said when he spoke. The whole continent moved. It occurred to Alex that if he's need to set off a global earthquake. Do you know who I am? He asked. No, Alex replied. But would it be useful to have you around in a geography exam? I thought I wouldn't have thought you in any position to make jokes. Casper's voice was flat and unemotional. He ghosted at the other men. You caused my colleagues a deal of great pain. Okay, so that's the end of this episode. So see you in the next one.